Everybody, I am Dr. Avishkar Zagade and today we are going to discuss the remedy Rosmarinus officinalis. This remedy is a beautiful remedy and it has been rarely described in our homeopathic literature, nor has it been described in our homeopathic journals that much. So I and my friend Dr. Vinay Upadhyay, we decided to study this remedy and come up with a common theme which can be used by doctors all across the world in their clinics to treat patients. So let us start with Rosmarinus officinalis. The common name is rosemary. It comes from the family of Lamiaceae, also called as the mint family. Now this plant has been used since time immemorial to describe the word remembrance. After the Second World War, in the commemorations and the funerals, mourners used to throw these plants of Rosmarinus officinalis into the grave in order to honor the dead and remember them. Also, Shakespeare, in his legendary Hamlet, has described the word Rosmarinus to describe remembrance. Now, let us study the remedy Rosmarinus. Now, it is a remedy for individuals who will remember the minutest detail which they like but will forget everything else. Now, this is very characteristic of this remedy. So, it's like remembering something which you like and forgetting everything else. Now, why they do this? That is because they selectively forget what they don't like and they selectively remember what they like. Okay. Now, the words which I thought are important to describe this remedy are standstill and loss of adaptation. Now, what is standstill for Rosmarinus is that there is no progress forward, okay, and not there is any progress in the backward direction. Okay, so basically there is a standstill, there is failure. Now, if you go and study the rubrics for this remedy, there are only 6 rubrics from the complete repertory and the synthesis repertory. But this remedy has not been described in the rubrics fear of failure or ambition loss of. But if you see the remedy, if you study the materia medica of this remedy and also you study a few cases which are there, okay, you will come to know that there is standstill, okay, there is no progress, there is only failure. Also, the other word I've used is loss of adaptation. Now, what is loss of adaptation in terms of Rosmarinus? Okay, so there is a feeling that he does not belong to the group. Okay, so that feeling is the not belong to the group feeling. Okay, now let us go forward. Now, in the materia medica, I have not come across any remedy which is which has so much affinity for his grandparents. So grandparents are a very important elements of this remedy. Okay, now this remedy will remember the minutest detail of their grandparents. Okay, now if they have lost their grandparents also, they will remember their minutest detail that they were alive yesterday. Okay, like they just met them 1 hour ago and they will describe the minutest detail about their grandparents. Also, in the past, this remedy has been used to describe the herb of memory. Okay, herb of memory. In the past, it was always used for people who have memory deficiency, who have weak memory. Now, let us start with the rubrics. Okay, impressionable children. Now, I found a very nice image to describe impressionable. Children are like wet cement. Whatever falls on them makes an impression. Such a nice way to describe Rosmarinus. Now see the image. What is there? You have two hands, you have wet cement, and you put those two hands on the wet cement. What will happen is a permanent impression of your hands. So this is what is Rosmarinus. This is what is used to describe Rosmarinus children. Rosmarinus children are the same way. Anything which they see around, they will have a lasting impressions for life, and this is a permanent thing. Okay, it's not a temporary thing. Anything which happens around them, they will have a lasting impressions for their entire lives. Now let us explore the word impressionable. When someone makes an impression on you, you remember them and are influenced by them. Likewise, someone impressionable is very susceptible to being influenced, almost like a sponge that soaks up ideas. The word always applies to kids who are often referred to as young and impressionable. If you call someone impressionable, it usually implies that they could easily be led astray. Okay, so that was impressionable children. Now let us go to the next rubric, memory weakness of for what he has just done. Okay, now this is a very wonderful rubric and it's very easy to apply. What it means is he forgets what he had just done. Okay, now why he does this? Like I told you, he selectively forgets and he selectively remembers. Okay, so always remember that there is selective remembering and there is selective forgetting in this remedy, Rose Marinus officinalis. Okay, now why does he do that? Okay, so why does he forget it? So because there is selective deafness. Now selective deafness, okay, is very characteristic of Rose Marinus. Now what is selective deafness is what? See, whenever you or I, okay, we don't want to listen to something. If there is a song, you're going in a car, okay, you're going in a cab, okay, and that cab driver puts on a song which you don't like, so you will ignore that song. Okay, you will try to do something in your phone, okay, or someone at work or someone at home, someone says something which you don't want to do, you're busy and you're working, okay, so you will turn, there's a proverb which you use. The proverb says turning a deaf gear towards it, right? So what is the meaning of that? It means that something you don't like, something you don't want to do, okay, you ignore it, you put it in one ear and you take it from the other ear, okay, so that is selective deafness. Okay, so Rose Marinus officinalis has selective deafness. Okay, now let us go forward. Now this is one rubric which I like, and that rubric is excitement, excitable, nervous, climactic period in. Singular rubric, only one remedy in the entire materia medica and the entire repertory, and that is Rose Marinus officinalis. Now let us see how we can use this in our clinic, what it exactly means. Okay, so the explanation of the rubric is we break down each and every word. So the word which I found a little difficult to understand was climactic. Now climactic, if you see the dictionary, climactic in gynecology has been described as menopause, but there are also many other meanings of the word climactic. So what are the other meanings? So climactic is a crisis situation or a point when a critical decision must be made. Second meaning, forming or having the nature of a turning point or crisis. Now what I feel is, what I have written in black is, climactic means a change of life. Okay, so even in the life of a female when she has menopause, it is a turn of events, it is a change of life. Okay, so climactic is also a time when you have been working for some time and now you can't work. Okay, for example, in gynecology also, menopause is when the reproductive capacity or the reproductive ability of a female ends. Okay, finally. Okay, so let's remember this meaning of the word is change of life. Okay, and when you can't do anything now. Okay, so the productivity is lost. Remember the word productivity and remember the word change of life. Okay, so how we interpret this rubric? Okay, when after a long time of constant struggle you find out that this is it, you can't carry on further, you have to change or adapt. So you adapt, but then you arrive at a conclusion that it cannot be done. Now let me give you a nice example. Okay, uh, there's a man who has studied engineering. He's an engineer. Okay, he passes out with flying colors. He has nice marks in his final exams. Okay, he comes out of his college with BE degree, and then he starts searching for a job. It's been 2 or 3 years and he doesn't get a job, and finally he is forced to take up a job in a bank as a bank employee. Now he is happy initially that wow, I've got a job, so that is excitement, but there is always excitement, but there is always an anxiety. Now I have started in a new job, but I have studied as an engineer, how will I perform in a bank? So that is the rubric: excitement, excitable, nervous, climactic period in. Okay, now I have given you an example of of an engineer who starts working as a bank employee. You can use this rubric in situations where there is a change of plan, change of life. He's been doing some things, okay, and he expects those things to work out for him, but they don't work out, and all of a sudden there is an opening, all of a sudden there is something available, but he takes up that work, he takes up that object, he takes up that assignment, and initially he is excited about it. Okay, I've got a new thing, I am very happy about it, but then he comes to know that I don't know how to perform this thing. Okay, I don't know, I can't do it. Okay, so remember this word, I can't do it. So this is the feeling, I can't do it. Okay, so this is the rubric which you can use here, and it is excitement, excitable, nervous, climactic period in. Climactic is when you are no longer able to perform. Okay, when there is a change of life. Okay, when there is a change of position in life. Okay, also there is a rubric Delusions calls someone, calls. Okay, delusion calls, someone calls. Now the main feeling of this remedy, again I'm telling you, is I can't do it. Okay, now let's proceed. Okay, now also there are physical symptoms in fever called chill over the whole body with icy coldness of the legs without thirst and no subsequent heat lasting several hours. Coldness so that she could not leave the bed. Okay, now what is this chill? What is this coldness? What is this coldness that he could not leave the bed? Okay, now if you use the, you see the word coldness, it is like you say you have cold feet, you know, you use the word cold feet when you can't move, you know, you are nervous, a new enterprise, a new situation, and you don't know what to do. So that is coldness, that is you cannot leave the bed. Now what is bed? Bed is a place which is comfortable. Bed is a place where you know it is yours and you don't want to leave it. So in spite of the situation being comfortable, he has cold feet. Okay, in spite, I repeat, in spite of there being a comfortable situation, in spite of there being a bed like situation, he doesn't want to leave that situation. That means he has cold feet. Now we go back. Now what is the situation where you don't want to move in spite of there being comfort in your life? Now that is the word I used to describe this remedy, and that was standstill. Remember the word standstill? I started this presentation with the word standstill. So that was coldness, not allowing himself, not allowing, no, coldness so that he could not leave the bed. Okay. Now what do you see here? You see a lion with a nice mane, and you know, a lion in the forest. So what is so characteristic for a lion? And his lion, characteristic for a lion is his mane. Okay, fine. Now what does hair stand for? Now hair stands for the completely visible manifest vitality of a person for his power to present himself. Okay, hair has always been used to describe power, vitality. Okay, you see a lion with a beautiful mane, you see him, he's a king of the jungle. Okay, he has a lot of power. Okay, now this remedy Rosmarinus officinalis is used since a long time for baldness. Now what is baldness? Hair loss makes the loss of vitality visible. One's own vitality is lost through the active unconforming to others or a protecting group. In the past, a person with no hair was considered weak and powerless. So the again this remedy picture comes up. Okay, what is the remedy picture which comes up? That is, what is the remedy picture which comes up? Okay, weak, powerless, I can't do it. Okay, fine. So you see the image of this lion and you see the image of this lion. Now I have taken this picture of this lion from uh, from from that part of the world which has, you know, I think it's an African country, and this lion was uh, continuously bound to the feet, and for 4 years it was in one room, and that lion could not come out. So you see what has happened to the lion? The mane has gone. Okay, no hair. So exactly this is the photo of a Rosmarinus individual, weak and powerless, I can't do it. Okay, let us go forward. Also there is memory weakness of in this remedy. Okay, there is deficiency of memory. Now there are certain dreams in this remedy. Now let's see this. Dreams amorous with pollutions, dreams dancing a tango. Tango is a type of dance. Okay, dreams dancing tango with two gypsies. The gypsies, if you see, they are nomads. Okay, dreams dancing tango a gypsies with two fear of being robbed by them with. Dreams snakes of python. Dreams snakes python throwing her into a pool full of caimans. Dreams stealing screen out of a backpack, a Macintosh. And dreams stealing a young man from her. Now what do all these dreams describe? Again, he has a feeling he is powerless, he feels that he can't do it. So you have dreams of dancing. You know, our dreams always, what do we dream? What we have not done. You know, when I say I want to dream, I dream I want to drive, I want to sit into a Rafale jet. Okay, just now we have the Rafale jet into the news. So I have this news. Okay, now I have this news of a Rafale jet, okay, which has just come into the inducted into Indian Air Force. So I want to ride that Rafale jet. So that is a dream for me. Okay, so dreams are basically a outlet for what we aspire or what we have not done. So Rose Marinus feels weak inside, he feels powerless, so all his dreams are full of dance. Okay, fine. Now there's a nice rubric in physicals in the chapter here, and that rubric is pain cutting right. Now I'm going to describe this rubric in terms of mind, in terms of mental journals. Okay, so let us see what is the function of the ear. Okay, so ear is an organ of equilibrium. It is the balancing of the internal and the external world. The main function of the ear has always been attenuation. Okay, so what is attenuation? It means prevention of damage to the ear from intense sounds like loud music and jets and aircrafts. Also, the other function of the ear is it masks all low intensity sounds and allows the person to concentrate on sounds above 1000 hertz, helping in communication. So basically, what does the ear do? What does the ear do? It will avoid loud sounds which come from outside. Okay, so now in the mind, how do we use this? Okay, now ear function in respect to the mind. Now what are damaging loud sounds? Noise. Okay, so you use the word noise. You say don't make noise. Have you used the word noise, sound, when you to describe something irritable? Don't make sound. No, we use the word don't make noise. So what is noise? Noise is a loud outcry of protest or complaint. When do we say stop the noise? When do we say it? When a sound or a person is not pleasant or intolerable. Okay, when some person is saying something we don't like, or a person who is very irritating or anxious, we use the word don't make noise. Okay, so noise in mind, we can use it for a person or a situation which is irritable or which is not intolerable. So the word is intolerable or intolerable or not pleasant. Okay, so noise is so I've used the word intolerable or intolerable. So noise is intolerable sound or person. Okay, any person or situation which irritates a person or makes him anxious is considered a noise. Now we have here the rubric ear pain cutting right. No, why only right? So there's a nice explanation for that. Okay, okay. Now right side corresponds to the professionalization of a person. So anything on the right side, okay, is concerned is the ailments from for that is related to your work. Okay, your professional line, your professional life. So pain in the ear, right ear, will be something intolerable at work. Might be your boss is shouting at you. Maybe you have targets which you can't complete. Okay, so anything, any pain at work, okay, will come up in the right ear. Anything like if your boss is shouting at you and you can't tolerate it, you in your mind you are having the feeling don't make noise, but you can't tell him. So that will be manifested as pain in the right ear. Okay, so what is noise at work? Okay, for a child it will be homework at nursery. For an adult it will be his boss whining. For a woman it can be her mother-in-law shouting or complaining. Okay, so why does Rose Marinus have pain in the right ear? It is because he has baldness and flagging mental powers. Okay, so I wrap up this remedy. I hope you have tried to understand the mental picture of this remedy. Okay, we'll be posting further more nice rare remedies which don't have much of description in the Materia Medica and the repertory. Okay, so thank you so much. Keep watching our video and our channel. Okay, thank you so much.